Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team and the starting group for Athens.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Shot on the wing. First shot won't go. And here's the fast break. Baldwin's shot is off. Now here's Hernan Gomez. Takes the three. And the three-pointer goes.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Takes it inside. Pass to Hayes. Over Hernan Gomez. Hayes, shot's good.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. The three. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Robbed. And they're running. Here's Osman. Off target from outside. Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Baldwin. He has 6. Pass to Marjanovic. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. No good there. Back to Hernan Gomez. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Marjanovic got 4 rebounds now.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Hayes with it. Hernan Gomez there. Screen by Marjanovic. Here's Baberovic.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now, and he drops it first.
At the line for your home team, Baberovic.
And so he makes both from the line. Athens trails by 3. There's 1:47 left in the opening quarter. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Athens shooting their first foul shot of the night. Here's Melly. 3-pointer off the mark. 1:32 left in the first. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Osman on the wing. Goes up on the wing, and the shot goes in. He's got 10.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's Baberovic. 1:03 left to play in the first. On target from range. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
There's the drive, and the shot's good.
He got right into the flow of this game, hitting 5 of his first 7 shots.
There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Melly. Clock at 6. Pulls it from 20. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. And they're pushing it up. Now here's Hernan Gomez. Back to Osman. Buries it from 3.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Here's Baldwin. Got it up. Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Athens up by 4, and the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Athens.
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. The speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And for Athens, here's Brown. The shot no good. And a foul call. Looks like he had a clear path to the basket. They'll get 1 free throw, and they'll keep possession here.
At the line for your home team.
First free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Defended by Brown. Oh, just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, came up empty. And there's the screen. Driving to the basket. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Off target with the open look. Athens leading by 4. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Defended by Brown. To the inside, and he dunks it down.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Pass to Birch.
Athens ball.
And so Brown will bring it up for Athens. 3-point lead. Outside Nunn. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Birch. Here's Gudarich. Nunn defends. Here's Gudarich. No points so far. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. And it's now just a 1-point Athens lead. Brown inside. Pass to Yurtseven. Just 5 to shoot. Let's go with a 3. And finally they hit one.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass earning an additional opportunity.
Defended by Brown. To the middle. He shoots it. Inside.
2 remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
To the wing, right side. No good. That would have tied it.
He's got to take a back seat right now. When you're ice cold, you can't just keep gunning. That's 2 fouls in as many quarters. He may have to adjust his approach now.
And he drives in, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
An explosive finish for a big man who doesn't always take it to the rim hard.
Yeah, he has the appropriate size to attack the rim, but he usually doesn't.
Well, he found an opening he liked that time and took full advantage of what the defense gave him.
There's a screen. Down low. And he lays it up and in.
Well, they're trying to establish their attack down in the paint, and make no mistake, these help their overall confidence.
Outside Nunn. And the 3 off target. Here's the break. Finished off the break. And now just a 1-point Athens lead.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Lets it fly. 6 on the shot clock. Gudarich with the rebound.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Yurtseven finds Brown. 12 seconds left in the first half. This one for three. They get it again. Second shot opportunity. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's Athens. They're up by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Some really interesting names here. So many great shooters in the league. That said, I know who I would pick. Shaq? Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile crowd, Shaq.
Appreciate you joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. We've got Boban Marjanovic. Hayes is out there with Nico Melli, and it's Baldwin in at the 1 spot. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And for Athens,
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
pass to Melli. And here's Hayes. And there's a pick. Here's Melli. Over Hernan Gomez. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for your home team.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
He's off on the second. About a minute played here in the second half. And down it goes. 2 points. 17 points in the game.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
To the paint. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul. Second.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. No good on the free throw. And no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Cash money on the open jump shot. 19 points in the game.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Here's Baberovic. He's got 5. Here's Melli. The layup off target.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Here's Osman. Soft touch off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Athens lead.
Excellent execution coming out of the break. They've taken 3 shots and made 3 shots.
Baldwin's shot is off. Now here's Hernan Gomez. He's defended by Hayes. Here's Osman. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Osman into the lane. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And a solid pick.
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
Chetty Osman. 1 shot. The play is under video review under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes.
Personal
to review
foul
the call.
calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. Here's Baberovic. 5 points in the game. They set the pick.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
First personal foul, third team foul.
Here's Baldwin. Nails it from 3. Baldwin's got 5 points in the quarter.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Osman on the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Banked it in off the glass.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Here's Baldwin. He's got 11. Launches it. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
There's 1:26 left in the third. Here's Osman. Can't get it to fall.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping. Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And so it's Athens with it. It's a 3-point game. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Marjanovic's got 5 rebounds in the game. Pass to Melli. Hayes with it. Melli, the pass to Hayes. Shot clock at 2. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. And now just a 1-point Athens lead. There's 38 seconds left in the third. Offensive board. Up and in on the layup.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Baberovic. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Baldwin. 14 points for him. It doesn't go for him.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
Here's Osman. Offensive rebound. No good. Would have counted had it gone. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's Athens up by 3. And time. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Boban Marjanovic out there with Nico Melli. Then there's Hayes, and it's Baberovic in at the 2. Pass to Baldwin. To tie it up. That shot off. Athens leading by 3. Here's Osman out left to the wing. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
He's been red hot. It's like one of those days when it seems like he can't miss.
And his shooting is the only reason this game is as close as it is. He's been Mr. Reliable offensively.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. Point blank, he wants better shot selection. He told them, we're settling, guys. Come on. We're not being patient out there. We're not working the ball around. That has to change right now.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Defended by Brown. Can't nail the jumper.
I'll tell you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Offensive board. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Athens?
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
Defended by Brown. And the layup is good off the glass.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. On the attack, none. And that one is hammered home.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket. Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. That one's good for 2. And it's a 10-point Athens lead.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
Defended by Brown. For 3. The rebound by Nunn.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
It's rebounded by Yurtseven.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game. He's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Second team foul.
Brown inside. Kept alive. 4-3. Drills it from deep.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter here. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Defended by Brown. Here's Guterich. A deep 3. Doesn't go that time. Outside Nunn. .41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The way they dominated, they earned the dub tonight.
And they just went out and executed. Give credit to the coaching staff. They have to be thrilled with their level of play.
Birch with a screen on Brown. To the middle. It's deflected. Now Nunn. Goes up from the top of the key. That one is off. Here we go. And he recovers it. Oh, they pick off the pass. And count it. And so it's Athens winning this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the top.
Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Sinks it from distance.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Here's Baberovic, down low. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
He's off on the first.
Your home team, Baldwin, taking 2 shots.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
No one expected to see that. He's been owning the line as of late.
Pass to Vezenkov. To the inside. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to plug up any passing lanes they see, because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. Let's see how things play out.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. They get it again. Ball no good. Pass to Hayes. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. And he buries his first look. Outside Fournier. Here's Fall. Right wing. Six to shoot. The kick out to Fournier. And the layup falls.
And I like the size that Fournier has as a shooting guard. Actually, great size. I mean, he's more then ready to take advantage of that when the opportunity presents itself.
Here's Baberovic. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Evan Fournier.
Foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Fall. Here's Papanikolaou. On the wing, Fournier. Jacks up a 3. Nails it from 3. 6 points for him.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
Here's Baberovic. On target from range.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Here's Papanikolaou. He's got 6. And he dunks it down.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
Baldwin's shot is off.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Fall. Here's Papanikolaou for 3. Melly with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Baberovic. Fournier covering. To the paint. Here's Melly. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Here's Papanikolaou. The shot won't fall. Here's Melly. He's got 5. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Baberovic. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Melly gets the bucket. Melly's got 7 points.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
The bounce pass right on the money. Great setup.
Here's Baldwin. Still no points. Lets it go from deep. Drains the triple.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Here's Vazinkov. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Hayes with it. Good scoring in this one as we conclude the first quarter. They're up by 5. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Here's Evans. Inside. Here's Dorsey. There's a screen. From downtown. The shot no good. Drives to the hoop. Here's Goodrich. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. Here's Peters. Uses the glass on the layup.
That's where they'd like all their shots to come from.
Second quarter of basketball, about a minute played so far. To the left side wing. Three-pointer off the mark. Here's Dorsey. No points yet. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And there's the screen. Let's go with a three. He can't get that one to fall.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Here's Guterich. Pass to Birch. Here's Guterich. Takes the three. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
The shot by Dorsey, no good.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Now here's Birch. He's guarded closely. From 12 feet, gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Peters. Three-pointer. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Three. Guterich with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening. .144 left to play in the second quarter.
Shot clock at 5. Into the lane. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Evans. He's scoreless. Second chance shot. Here's Peters. Out to the right wing. They shoot again. And no good, trying to use the glass. Now here's Birch. Tight defense on him.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Pass to Dorsey. They set the pick. They need this. Knocks down the long J. Dorsey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
It appears their offense is lacking some balance right now. Maybe too much reliance on the free ball.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you've got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
Here's Evans. To the middle. Rebounded by Birch. It's tipped. Intercepted. And that concludes the first half. Leading by 10. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
As a team, you love a night like this when the game feels simple. Pass, shoot, score, repeat.
And the next topic and that's it for half.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Here's Baldwin. Fires top of the key. No luck on that one.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Now here's Fournier. Defense is right there. Lays it up and banks it in.
Boy, you've got to corral Fournier on these pick and rolls. I mean, he just knows how to pick the defense apart if you don't.
Out left to the wing. Hayes for three. Fires in the triple. Hayes has got 5 points.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Now here's Fournier. Fires the three. Buries it from three. 7 points in the game.
Fournier saying, you sink one on us, I'm coming right back at you.
Here's Baberovic. Fournier covering. Pass to Melli. Here's Baberovic. Fournier covering. Just 5 on the clock. Marjanovic passes to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Baldwin. Pass to Marjanovic. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Here's Papanikolaou. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. With one hand, hole punch.
Here's Baldwin. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Fall. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was. That was clearly a forced pass. There was no room for him to make it.
Baldwin's shot is off.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
Pass to Vezenkov. Fournier with the ball. There's the triple. The shot by Vezenkov, no good. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Here's Melli. Here's Baberovic. It's deflected, and they'll get another chance. From outside the arc. The rebound by Vezenkov. Baberovic has gone 1 for 4 from the field. 1:33 left in the third quarter. Here's Papanikolaou. Off the mark there with a three. To win the cold spell. No good that time. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
To the paint. Here's Vezenkov. He's defended by Hayes. Fires from deep. Baldwin with a rebound.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Hayes, the pass to Marjanovic. Now Hayes. There's a screen. To the inside. From the arc. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 4 rebounds now. And stolen by Hayes. 3 on 3. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
15 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Baldwin. Pass to Baberovic. Elbow shot on the way. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Baberovic has got his third basket on the night right there. The third quarter comes to a close. Up 7, and we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Guduric. And it's Birch missing.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And here's the fast break. Guduric with the bucket.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Here's Evans. Pass to Dorsey. Clock at 6. Here's Evans. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. To the left wing. Over to the left wing. 4 on the clock. Swatted away.
The ball goes to the away team.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. He's guarded by Birch. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That free throw no good.
2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
Things are definitely working offensively. A balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Guduric with the bucket.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Here's Peters. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. That one doesn't drop. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. The shake. And it's good on the lay-in.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide-open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Good on the bucket.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
The shot by Evans, no good. Evans has gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. To the right side. Now here's Birch. He's closely guarded. And a miss there on the triple. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. Puts up a 3. This one for 3. Rebounded by Birch. Birch has got 4 rebounds now. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Here's Dorsey. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. There's 47 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Pass to Birch. Here's Evans. Here's Peters. He's guarded by Birch. In transition, here they come. Here's Guterich. And so the home crowd treated to a win. A competitive game, you have to...
for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Fall, and it's Fournier in at the shooting guard position. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here is Athens now. Six on the shot clock. Slukas passes to Hernan Gomez. Buries the long-range jumper. Hernan Gomez has got the first points up on the board here for Athens. Outside Fournier. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Man, and Fournier took a beating that time.
Here's Osman, and that one is good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Off with the layup.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Pass to Vezenkov. Lets it go from deep. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. And that one's good. Osman's got 6 points.
Well, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burn.
Fournier for 3. It's hauled in by Athens.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Here's Vezenkov. To the middle. Here's Fall. Lays it up and banks it in.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Osman. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Hernan Gomez from the arc. Fall with the rebound. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, I did have a chance to talk with the head coach for Athens. And when I asked Coach about his top priority of this game, he said, without hesitating, containing Sabonis. He added, he's a skilled low-post player who plays with a lot of power. And when he's not scoring, he's making plays for his teammates. So the defense has its work cut out for them. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here is Athens now, following the miss by Evan Fournier. A minute 50 left in the first quarter. Osman kicks to Hernan Gomez. Athens with another miss.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Pass to Panathinaikos. Fires from deep. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Six to shoot. Back to Osman. Fires the 3. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the first. Launches a 3. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. And here is Athens now. Here's Osman. 6 points for him. He can't get that one. Fall passes to Fournier. It's good from long range. Fournier's got his second basket of the night.
Yep, there's a reason why Fournier takes a ton of threes. He's pretty good at it.
Ball stolen. Here's Fall. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Offensive rebound. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Pass to Evans. 4 on the clock. Launches it. Dorsey, that's good.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Athens. They trail by 6. Lets a floater go. Can't capitalize inside. Dorsey dishes to Evans. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Shoots the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Sinks that one from the post.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Athens trails by 7. Driving in. Papapetro. The layup off target. Evans bounce pass. Out to the right wing. Milutinov. He's covered by Brown. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Peters. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Athens.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
There's a screen. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball.
Minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Just 5 on the clock. Shoots. Tries to save it. They get it back. Here's Milutinov. Pass to Peters. For the 3. That one doesn't go.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
The 19-foot shot. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
How about that shot? Not exactly something drawn up by the coaching staff.
1:07 left in the first half of basketball. And that one drops for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Fires for three. The shot that time not on target. Here's Dorsey. He's defended by Yurtsevin. There's a good screen. Pass to Peters. From downtown. It's hauled in by Athens.
Well, he's just really struggling right now. And with everything he's throwing up, nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Hits it from three-point range. He's got 6. So it's the visitors now. And here's Evans. There's the 3. Can't hit that one. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Leading by just 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
You take a look at the visitors. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into. That'll do it for our show tonight.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And it's none in at the 2 spot. Here's Panathinaikos. Pass to Vezenkov. 5 on the clock. There's the triple. Herman Gomez grabs the miss. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the 5, roaming the paint. And here's the fast break. Here's Panathinaikos. That shot off the mark. Now Athens with it. A 2-point game. For the tie. And it's Osman missing.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Fournier's shot is off.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Away team foul. 0. First personal foul. First team foul.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Osman. 6 points for him. Slukas. And it's all evened up.
So impressive. The fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Fall's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Here's Osman. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Vezenkov's got his 4th rebound in this one. From outside the arc, gets it to go from beyond the arc. Vezenkov's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And it's Osman missing.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
The 3. And it's Vezenkov missing. Athens trails by 5. To the inside. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Fournier with the ball. He has 5. Pass to Vezenkov. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Fournier not just looking for his shot. Nice pass.
And here is Athens now.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Osman. 6 points for him. Can't get it to fall.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Outside Fournier. 5 to shoot. Pass to Vezenkov. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Now here's Nunn. Back to Hernan Gomez. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Athens shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. Both good from the line that time. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the third. Down low. It's hauled in by Athens.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Osman. He's guarded by Fournier. For the tie. And it's Osman missing.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Over to the left wing. Here's Vezenkov. Bangs home the trifecta. Vezenkov's got 8.
Just a little bit off in the first, but he's been anything but that here in the second quarter. Really impressive to see him turn it around like that.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's the 3. Drills it from outside. Hernan Gomez has got his second bucket of the night.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Leading by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the small forward.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Lucas is guarded by Fournier. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Fournier. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Clock is at 3. Out of hand on it. Here's Panathinaikos. And that one is hammered home.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Nunn passes to Hernan Gomez. Fournier pulls it down.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. To the paint, here's Fall, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And so it's Nunn with it. He brings it up for Athens. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Fournier. Fires the 3. Fall with the rebound. Here's Panathinaikos. Hernan Gomez covering. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Inside. Here's Vezenkov. Missed inside. Athens trails by 7. Out to the right wing. Here's Osman. Back to Hernan Gomez. 3-pointer. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Vezenkov's got 6 rebounds in the game. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up. And they'll retain the possession. And the first one drops.
Panathinaikos at the line for 2.
That one misses, and it's a completely new group for Athens. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Evans against Brown. Evans bounce pass. Shot clock at 5. Down low. Stolen by Yurtsevin.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Evans with another miss.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
The dunk with the foul on top of it. So strong.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Brett, we know that the NBA can be compared to any league in the world, and it is regarded as the best. But as someone who has won titles like you have, is it world champs, or should we just leave it at NBA champs?
Well, Kevin, it's a really good question, and I don't know what side I lean on. I prefer to talk about being the NBA champs. I mean, out of respect for what the world competitions represent, I think NBA champs is just fine.
Here's Peters. Clock at 4. Pass to Evans. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Here's Brown. Papa Petro hands it from downtown.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Evans feeling it out a bit. There's 45 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the shot goes in.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
Yeah, the cool thing is that they look like they're having a blast out there. Everyone on the same page, contributions across the board.
Yep, that one goes in there. .23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Peters to the inside. Now Dorsey. Takes the 3. That shot no good. And so the road team gets the W in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the...
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. Brian Anderson here, joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Boban Marjanovic. Nico Melli is out there with Hayes. And it's Baldwin in at the point. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Here's Baberovic. Pass to Hayes. Deflected. Here's Osman. Now Hernan Gomez. All alone. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Down low, Nelly. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Athens shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first one falls. So he gets them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. With the drive.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Hernan Gomez sets a screen.
Wow, that's a tough foul to take there. That gives him 2 early on, and the coach might have to cut his minutes a bit.
Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Now here's Hayes. Not a lot of room. Hayes with a screen. It's hauled in by Athens. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. It's hauled in by Baberovic. Here's Baldwin. From the top of the key. Out to the right wing. Hayes for 3. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Athens trails by 3. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Count that bucket.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Baldwin. Pass to Baberovic. Drills it from deep.
Well, it's a 3-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
1:41 left to play in the first quarter. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Melli. Cuts off the pass. Here's Osman. And that one no good to start off the night.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Now here's Hayes. Nails the baby hook. Hayes has got 5 points.
Well, that's a smart play, taking advantage of the mismatch in close.
Here's Osman. No made baskets yet. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Now here's Hayes. The D's right on him. Over Hernan Gomez. Offline from the high post.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Osman with the bucket. Osman's got his second bucket on the night.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Here's Baldwin. The three is up. The shot that time not on target. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. They lead by 1. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
Here's Guduric. Nunn defends. Banked it in off the glass.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
There's the three. And he can't get that one.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Nice move. Guduric with the bucket.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Drive by Brown. And the shot goes. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here's Guduric. Nunn defends. And he jams it home with authority.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And they're on the break. They set the pick. Misses from short range.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Here's Guduric, defended by Brown. And the basket is good. Give him 8 points now.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
First personal foul. First team foul.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And he makes it.
And so far, there's been tremendous cohesion offensively this quarter.
Athens trails by 9. Outside Nunn. Takes a three. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now. Out on his own on the break. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play.
First team foul.
There's a minute 54 left to play in the first half. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
A minute 39 left to play in the half. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball called.
From deep. Got a piece of it.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
To the middle. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
To the inside. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
36 seconds left in the second. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. There's 31 seconds left in the first half of this one. 4 on the clock. To the paint. Here's the teardrop, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Athens trails by 12. They set the screen. From deep. Knocks down the triple. Nunn's got 5.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from it.
And so that's the end of the first half. Up by 9. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Their bench has impressed. You get a jolt of energy, all that offense. This is a well-rounded.
And we've got the playoff. Thanks as always.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Here's Osman. Takes it inside. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Nico Melli is out there with Boban Marjanovic. Then there's Hayes, and it's Baberovic in at the 2.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And for Athens, fires for 3. Osman, no good.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Baldwin with a rebound.
When we talk about the importance of protecting the rim, right there, outstanding defense.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Athens trails by 11. Pass to Osman. From behind the arc. Hits the trifecta. Osman's got 5 points now this quarter.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Baldwin driving in, and his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8, looking comfortable out there.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Osman passes to Hernan Gomez. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Marjanovic got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Baberovic. It's hauled in by Athens. And they're pushing it up. Here's Osman. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
First team foul.
And that one misses. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. Here's Baberovic. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Inside. It's stolen. All sorts of time. Yep, that one goes. Baberovic has got 5 now.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Pass to Hernan Gomez.
2 minutes remaining in the 3rd. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the 3rd quarter. From down in the low post, it goes. Hernan Gomez has got his 2nd basket of the night.
Yeah, it took just enough off of it for the floater.
And the visitors call time here.
Will begin.
Hernan Gomez has gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Down low. Here's Birch. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
These are his first free throws of the game.
2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. 3rd quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Pass to Osman. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Athens shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. The first free throw is good.
Number 40. 2 shots.
Hits both from the stripe. 1:21 left in the 3rd. Here's Baldwin. 10 points for him. To the wing, right side. 6 to shoot. And that one is stuffed right through.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Athens trails by 10. 52 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Athens shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 48 seconds left in the 3rd. Pass to Hayes. Off with the layup.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
To the inside. It's stolen by Birch.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic 2-handed slam. Here's Baldwin. Launches it. No good. And that's it for the 3rd quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the 4th. They're up by 8. And 4th quarter basketball will be... Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Defended by Brown. Over to the wing, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
On the take, and a two-handed jam.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Here's Nunn, and he banks in the layup.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Nunn's gone 50% from the field, 3 out of 6. Defended by Brown. Sinks the tray.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Nunn drives in, and down it goes. Jam that one home.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Here's Goodrich. And a missed layup. Athens trails by 9. Outside Nunn. And there's a pick. Five to shoot. Lets the three fly. No, he's now 4 for 8 shooting. Nunn's gone 1 of 5 from three-point territory. Goodrich with the bucket.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Now here's Brown. Defense right on him. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling.
Defended by Brown. 5 on the clock. Tries yet again, and he sinks the layup.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
You're at 7, no good. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
When you keep your eyes up, good things tend to happen. Excellent pass ahead.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There are some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
From deep three-point range. Unable to get that one. Athens trails by 11. Outside Nunn. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
Defended by Brown. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. It's rebounded by Yurtseven.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Brown scanning the floor. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
None, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Guterich. Yes! He nails it!
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Gets the three to fall. 9 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And so the road team gets the W in this one. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late,
Hey everyone, greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Marjanovic, Baldwin out there with Hayes, and it's Biberovic in at the 2 spot. Here's Melly, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Right side Fournier. This one for 3. It's deflected. They recover it. Lock at 6. Tries again. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Biberovic. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Here's Baldwin. Got a piece of it. Fournier gets a wide-open look. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, Evan Fournier staying on the move and working to get that three-point opportunity. Nicely done.
Baldwin the pass to Marjanovic. Here's Hayes. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Vazenko. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Well, there's an all-around aspect to Evan Fournier's game and a really smart decision with the ball there.
Baldwin kicks to Hayes. Pass to Melly. Back to Hayes. drains the three-pointer. Hayes has got 6.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Here's Panathinaikos, covered by Hayes. Here's Vezenkov. Here's Fall. Makes it off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Baldwin. Over to the wing. Here's Hayes. Hits the three-point bomb. 9 points in the game so far.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Here's Vezenkov. And the space there, but it's offline.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Fournier the bounce pass. Pass to Fall. Right wing. To the right side. Here's Vezenkov. A three-pointer off the mark. Vezenkov's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Here's Biberovic. And 1:01 left in the first. Here he goes. It's good. Hayes has got 11 points.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Outside Fournier. It's Fournier on the wing. And just miss after miss right now.
I think he's got to settle down, because right now it feels like he's rushing, like he's forcing some shots. This quarter, he has been completely bothered.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he converts the layup. Fournier's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, from anywhere on the floor, you've got to be aware of Evan Fournier, even on the interior.
Baldwin looking for the opening. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Pass to Birch. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Here's Peters. It's stolen. And here they come. Here's Birch. Pass to Gutterich. Another shot. He can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on them.
Got that one up quick.
Oh, that's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
Softly drops in the floater.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
To the middle. Here's Dorsey. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Dorsey's got 5 points in the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Pass to Gutteridge. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Goes back up. Here's Colson. Still without a basket. Pass to Birch. Boom, he jams it straight down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Covered by Evans. Three-pointer. Peters grabs the miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now Dorsey. 5 points in the game. A 3-ball. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Evans. Milutinov. Covered by Birch.
2 minutes.
Here's Peters. And he's good on the 3-ball. Peters has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Evans bounce pass. Peters with the bucket. Peters has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, you force him to the line.
Will begin. Taking 2 shots.
And so he hits both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Here's Milutinov. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Covered by Evans. To the paint. Pass to Colson. Down low. Off target at the rim.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Sinks the triple.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Dorsey's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. It's blocked. For 3. The rebound by Colson. Colson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Birch. No good with the layup. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Up by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half, we were doing some dribbling drills. So Kenny, as the point guard here, and talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the visiting team.
They're hitting at...
And that about wraps it up.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've got Evan Fournier, and it's Fall in at the center position. Pass to Vizenko. Takes a three. It's rebounded by Hayes.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
He got Hayes. Bojanovic is out there with Baldwin. And it's Biberovic in at the shooting guard position.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Papanikolaou. No scoring in this one. Pass to Vezenkov. Here's Papanikolaou, covered by Hayes. Shot clock at 3. Shot by Papanikolaou, no good. Baldwin, the pass to Hayes. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. There's the pick. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Here's Baldwin. And he banks in the layup. Baldwin's got 9 points.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
Just 5 to shoot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
He misses the free throw.
At the line for your home team, Ball. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Craig, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Here's Vezenkov. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Boy, as slow a start as you could have. Just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Count that one. Well, he's got his second basket of the night.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Biberovic. Here's Baldwin. And he goes in for the dunk.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Papanikolaou, the pass to Fall. Here's Papanikolaou. They can't stop the run with that one. Here's Biberovic. Pass to Bojanovic. Here's Biberovic. He's guarded by Fournier to the inside. Belly. Here's Baldwin. 12 points for him. Second chance shot. Swiped it away. One-on-one here. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch, as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA, thanks.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling. What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Kick it out! Kick it out!
Bojanovic, a screen on Fournier. Here's Biberovic. And the layup's good off the glass. Biberovic has got 9 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Hayes, no good. And they're moving it up. Here's Fall. Banked in off the glass. He has 5.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Here's Baldwin. He's got 12. The 3. No good on that one. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Up 19. We've got more in store for you. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Fall, and it's Papanikolaou in at the 3. Knocked loose. Pass to Gutteridge. They get it back. Al Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. They set the pick. Back to Fournier. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Home team foul. First personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Jacks up a 3. Connects from 3-point range.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. And nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
Here's Perch. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Got that bucket in no time at all.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That 3-point shot is his bread and butter.
Buries it from 3-point range.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
Pass to Peters. Now Dorsey. From deep. No good that time.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
A nice shot by Gutteridge.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Evans bounce pass. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And so often we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
The offensive rebound. That one's off, still out of sync.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead
continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And the home team has possession. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. The tray. Good on the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Good on the three-point shot. He's got 19.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's Peters. Milutinov, covered by Birch. Here's Dorsey. Drops in the tray.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
The shot by Evans, nobody around. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Peters grabs the miss. From past the arc. The shot, no good. Now, here's Birch. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking.
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. We've got the visitors facing the home team. And the starting group for Athens. Just 5 to shoot. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Here's Papanikolaou. On the wing, Fournier. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Athens. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. The 3 ball. Another miss. He's 0 for 2 now.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Here's Vezinkov. From the wing. Doesn't go for him.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
None against Fournier. Out to the right wing. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You knew something had to go in at some point. Maybe the start of better things ahead.
And there it is for him.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And here they go. He can't get it to go. Here we go. Here's Osman. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the free throw, no good. Off target at the rim.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Offensive rebound. Got a hand on it. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Vezinkov. Pass to Fournier. The 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Fournier covering. Here's Osman. Goes back up.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Hits the target from 18 feet.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
On the wing, Fournier. And stolen by Nunn. Fast break. Here we go. Comes up empty down low.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at the rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Outside Fournier. Five on the clock. The 3 is up. The rebound by Osman.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. Now Fournier. Yet to see a basket. To snap the cold streak. It doesn't go for him.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Osman into the lane. And that one is hammered home.
It sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. The shot by Vezinkov, no good. Athens leading by 7. Outside Nunn. The 3. He can't hit that time.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Osman on the wing. And the layup is good. Osman's got 6.
attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Here's Fall. Pass to Vezenkov. And so it's Athens leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the... And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about Athens here in this one?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Athens leading by 4. And for Athens, we've got Omer at 7, and it's Grant in at the 2. Driving inside. Pass to Hernan Gomez. No good on the 3. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Grant's shot is off. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in.
Athens foul call. Number 44. First personal foul. First team foul.
So it's the home team now, trailing by 2. He's covered by your 7 to the right side. Pass to Evans. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Brown. And that one hits the back iron. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Evans. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Brown looking around. Hernan Gomez on the wing. Here's your 7, and he buries his first look.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
The shot by Evans, no good. On offense, here is Athens. Here's Hernan Gomez. That one's good for 2. Now it's a 4-point Athens lead. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Evans. And the 3 off target.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Back to Grant. Clock at 6. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Number 44, taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. Here's Evans. Here's Peters. Oh, powered down with both hands.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Outside, Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hernan Gomez on the wing. From 20 feet. And another miss by Athens. And here's the fast break. Here's Dorsey. He drops it from range. Dorsey's got 5 now.
The simple bounce pass works at any level, including the highest level.
Grant, left side. Kick out to Brown. Launches the 3. Grant's shot is off. This is where they've struggled.
Yeah, the half court has not been kind to them. Let's see what they run.
Pass to Dorsey. Out to the wing. There's a screen. Pulls it. Gets some space and buries the jumper.
They've really gotten away from the three-point shot as they've pulled out in front.
And so Grant will bring it up for Athens. Trailing by 2. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Here he goes. Soft touch off the glass. Hernan Gomez has got his second bucket of the night.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
On offense, here is Athens. Grant outside.
Home team foul. Dorsey. First personal foul. Second team foul.
9 seconds left in the first half. And here's Brown for 3. No luck on that one. And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
18. Make some noise and get ready for the fan.
And with All-Star Weekend,
definitely some explosive guys on this list, but there's plenty of time out there for someone to grab this spot. Maybe even Ella. I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they needed most.
And credit their coach. And that's it for halftime. Thank you.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Back to Fournier. Six on the shot clock. There's the 3. No good there. Fournier's gone just 1 of 6 shooting so far. And for Athens, an open look for none. Kept alive. And the layup is good off the glass.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Here's Vezinkov. Nunn defends. There's the triple. Pure from three-point range.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far.
Home team foul. Panathinaikos. First personal foul. First team foul.
Picked it out of midair.
Stealing a ball in the NBA, it takes more than quickness. It takes smarts. Run it.
No debate there. He got hammered.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 2.
And he drops the first. That one's no good. On offense, here is Athens. 2-point game. Oh, got that one up quick.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Puts up a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Vezinkov's got 6.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
It's stolen away. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Shot clock at 5. He takes it in. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
It's picked off. On the wing, Fournier. On the wing, Fournier.
Athens foul call. Number 40. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Vezinkov. Give him 8. Fires from deep. That shot, no good. On offense, here is Athens.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside none. Tipped away. Launches it. Can't hit that one.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Vezinkov. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Athens.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
And he gets the bucket. He's got 6. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Nunn drives in. And he drains the quick shot. Now it's a 3-point Athens lead.
Their defensive effort is certainly lacking since halftime. They need to wake up.
Fournier against Nunn. Here's Vezinkov. Back to Fournier. Can they get it? Good D by Nunn.
You hate to pile on, but his poor shooting night has really hurt the team.
Fournier covering. Pass to Osman. The 3. Offensive rebound. No good with a layup. Outside Nunn. Lets the 3 fly. No good on the shot. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's Athens up by 3. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
And for Athens, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Athens.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
Here's Vezinkov. The shot off that time.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
And here they come. 3-pointer. Second shot opportunity. Can't cash it in from close range. Athens leading by 7. Second chance effort. And he lays it in.
And offensively, it appears they've hit their stride.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Grant. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Pass to Dorsey. He's covered by Yurtseven. Here's Peters. 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. The three is up. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtseven's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Grant. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
And they're running. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And here's Brown. He buries it from 3.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Here's the pick. Here's Dorsey. Misses, and the dry spell continues. Athens leading by 12. And Yurtseven gets it to go.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Evans. The three-pointer off the mark.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
That one is off. He's covered by Grant. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. And these days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
From downtown, the shot by Evans, no good. On offense, here is Athens. They picked up 11 straight. Outside, Brown. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Should just about do it. Big time shot in the final stretches here.
Mark it, time of death. Does that mean we get to officially enter garbage time? I vote hopefully yes.
Here's Evans. Misses the 3. On offense, here is Athens. They've gone on a 13-0 run. Outside for Grant. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Right wing. Here's Dorsey, defended by Brown.
Man, good whistle there.
First personal foul, second team foul.
First one falls for him.
At the line for your home team, Peters. Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. And so it's Athens winning this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, BA. It was...